So Emmanuel, I just wanted you to just kind of dive in, do like a microscope into the performance of that match because I looked at Freiburg and I was discussing it earlier with Joshua. This is a team that in the semi-final they were looking because their semi-final performance, it was about 6-1 on aggregate, and I was looking at that team and it looked so ordinary against Aston Villa. What does this really tell about English football generally? Do you think even an Aston Villa that finished fourth is even much better than maybe like the top 16, in the entire Spanish league? I don't want to disrespect Real Madrid and Barcelona, but what does it really say about English league generally?
I mean, there's been talk about the fact that the English league is about the best league in the world with all the the investment that goes into the English league, right? In terms when it comes to TV right and things like that, lots of money in the Premier League. But automatically, you wonder that's ultimately transmitting to the quality of players you have in the Premier League, the quality of coaches, right, that you have in the Premier League. If even if you look at compare the players man for man and even the coach, now Emery has been to the 6 Europa League finals, and he's won 5 of them. In addition to if I had the one that he just won recently, so he has the experience, right? He has players who played in Europe before. Matthew Cash, all those guys, they played in Europe 2 seasons ago. They were in Champions League and they went out in the quarterfinals, right, to PSG, right? And last in the missed out Champions League just narrowly. It just that last game against Man U where they lost and then it didn't happen for them. So Aston Villa on their own, they're an experienced side. They have an experienced manager, right? And Emery's he's been successful in France, successful in Spain as well. He won the Europa League with Sevilla several times. The only one he missed out, he didn't win was with Arsenal, right? That was in 2019,
I think, I think Chelsea beat them in the final.
So that's the only one he didn't win. And he's won all the finals he's been to, he's won them. So he has experience. He knows how to win a final. He knows how to win those competitions, right? So that's on one side. Right? So he has experience. And secondly, now if you now come down to the funding part of the Premier League, lots of money. In fact, I even saw one stat that even Burnley is getting more money than Barcelona, who won the La Liga. So Burnley that's going down relegation is getting more money than Barcelona. And
Yeah,
we know
Barcelona is getting, I think, 58 million.
exactly. Burnley is
Therefore, Arsenal winning, Arsenal is getting 178.
Burnley is getting about £100 million, €100 million,
So,
sorry.
yeah, over 100 million euros.
And they're
And
being relegated.
we're not even talking about what they will win if they win the Champions League.
Exactly.
Because they can still make more money on that winning of Champions League.
Exactly. So I'm even comparing, looking at that compared to a team going to relegation. How much
Relegation,
money
yeah,
they're
it's
getting.
so
So it
bad.
shows you again, it's just the way the world is structured currently. The power of the English language, right? I think that's the way I say it. So the fact that England commands this small respect is because almost all over the world, everybody speaks English language. Half of the people in the world speak English, right? So people understand the language very well. So that's why they have that command. A lot of people want to watch the Premier League. A lot of people want to see because they understand what is being said, right? So it gives the Premier League that power and that interest that that leads to more money. And what with more money comes better quality automatically, right? You can see someone like Pep Guardiola, for example, when he came to, I think the longest he stayed as a coach was in Man City. I don't think he spent up to
Yeah.
10 years. I can't remember.
No,
If he
no,
spent
no,
up to
no.
Yeah.
City's is
After
longest.
that was
City is longest.
Barca. Yeah.
So you can
10
imagine
years.
the attraction to the Premier League. Everybody wants to play in the Premier League. Any player you talk to, you want to play in the Premier League. So it has a lot of, because of the money that's available. It has a lot of quality. And most people analyze sports. Premier League is always the focus, right? Because it's quite interesting. You have the best players in there because they're attracted by the popularity, the funding that goes with it. So and it affects the other leagues as well. And you can see automatically, you can look at the 3 finals in Europe. You have English clubs in all the finals. Aston Villa in Europa League, Crystal Palace in the conference. It happened before 2 years ago when the same year Arsenal was in the finals. We had Spurs and Liverpool, I think, in the Champions League final. Arsenal, Chelsea were in the Europa League final in 2019. So I
Yeah.
don't think it happened before with any other country where you have all these competitions. You have clubs from one country in all this competition, in all the finals. I don't think it's
We
ever
had the
happened.
final of 2 English teams, Tottenham, Liverpool.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it was that 2019. We had that final. I think we had the final of Chelsea and Man City before too, right?
Chelsea, Man U.
Chelsea, Man U, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
Chelsea, man, yeah.
so it shows you the dominance and the power of the Premier League, and that translates to how well the players perform because ultimately they have better players. Also, there are still some exceptions to this rule. You see the likes of PSG beating English clubs like what they did last year. They beat Liverpool, they beat Aston Villa, they beat Arsenal. They still have one of those clubs that despite everything, they still have better players. PSG has 2 solid teams. Right? I think their team B plays Premier League, their own league, while their team A plays Champions League. So it shows, despite that, you still have one or two teams where they have the money to buy players, and PSG has a lot of investment from the Arabian world, so they have lots of money to spend. Same as Bayern Munich, they have money as well, so you can now see where this is going to, for example, right? So it's just what it is. The Premier League has lots of power, lots of money available, and with that comes better quality players and better quality coaches, right? And again, I
Definitely.
listen to Unai Emery's experience as a Europa League final veteran, as far as I'm concerned. That's what he is,
Yeah.
and congrats to Aston Villa.